Have you ever looked at someone and thought, how are they always so lucky? Like everything just magically works out for them. Things fall into place, doors open at the perfect time, and life just flows effortlessly in their favor. It almost seems unfair, right? But here's the truth. It's not luck, talent, or even hard work. What they've tapped into is something deeper, something powerful. It's frequency. Their mindset, emotions, and beliefs are all in harmony. And guess what? This video was made for you. Not by chance, but because you're ready to hear this. You're ready to shift. The reality is this. The world doesn't respond to your actions. It responds to your energy. Today, you'll learn how to break free from the invisible programming that's been holding you back, how to align your mind with the flow of creation, and how to finally tune into the version of life that's been waiting for you. Because everything starts from within. And when you change your internal state, your external world rearranges like magic. Before we go deeper, write this in the comments. My vibration is my reality. Let that be your promise to yourself from this moment forward. Now, let's pull back the curtain. To understand how someone can live with such outrageous, almost illegal levels of luck, we have to let go of one of humanity's oldest, most limiting beliefs. The idea that the physical world is the ultimate reality. This belief has been passed down for generations. It's what we've all been taught, that what we can see and touch is the real world. But what if that's just the echo, not the source? No one explored this more deeply than Jacobo Grinberg, a brilliant neuroscientist who blended science with ancient Mexican mysticism. He dedicated his life to studying what he called the neuronal field, an invisible matrix where consciousness creates what we perceive as reality. According to Grinberg, reality isn't solid or objective. It's a personal construction, shaped by your beliefs, emotions, and attention. This changes everything, because it means you're not just living in the world. You're projecting it. You're not inside reality. Reality is inside you. That so-called luck you see in others, it's not random. It's resonance. It's vibrational alignment. Most people try to change their lives by working harder, setting goals, making moves. And yes, action matters. But if it's not aligned with your internal frequency, you're just rearranging furniture in a dream. You're adjusting the mirror, not the face. Think about this. How many times have you pushed yourself, made plans, followed through, and still felt stuck? Or got results that didn't last? That's not because you didn't try hard enough. It's because effort alone won't override a misaligned vibration. Action without alignment is like sprinting on a treadmill. You're exhausted, but going nowhere. The outer world is the last stage of creation. It's the effect, not the cause. The real cause? It's what you feel day in and day out. It's the beliefs you absorbed as a child. It's the story you keep telling yourself about who you are and what's possible for you. That's your vibrational signature, and life is simply responding to it. You can make all the smart choices, hustle endlessly, try new things, but if deep down you still believe you're unworthy, unlucky, or just not enough, that frequency will block everything. Doors close, chances slip away, and life becomes a loop of frustration. Most people are trying to change the world from the outside in. They're goal setting, optimizing, pushing harder, but ignoring the one thing that shapes it all, the frequency behind their actions. It's like planting seeds in dry, cracked soil and hoping for a lush garden. Without fertile inner ground, nothing can grow, not sustainably. Here's the real reason things don't work. It's not the action that's wrong, it's the energy behind it. If you're vibrating lack, even your best efforts carry that same signal. And the universe, always loyal, mirrors it back to you. That's why it feels like you're spinning your wheels. That unfair luck others seem to have, it doesn't come from doing more. It comes from being more aligned inside. When you shift your inner frequency to match the life you want, action becomes effortless. Things click, opportunities appear, synchronicity becomes normal, and people start asking, how are you so lucky? But by then, you'll know the secret. You stopped chasing the reflection and started creating the cause. Let's be real. We've all been trapped by the illusion that reality is fixed. that it's something out there we just have to deal with. But that's the biggest myth of all. Reality isn't a rigid structure. It's a projection, a mirror of your vibration. Your relationships, your career, your health, all of it is a response to what's happening inside you. Most people get so caught up in reacting to the outside world that they forget where the true control panel is. Within, Grinberg called reality a condensed projection of the neuronal field, a vibrational soup where thoughts, feelings, and perceptions mix to create your experience of life. But this field doesn't listen to what you say. It listens to what you are, in your quiet thoughts, buried emotions, and the identity you carry in your core. Trying to change your life without changing that internal vibration is like wiping a dirty mirror, hoping your reflection will look cleaner. It doesn't work, because the problem isn't the reflection. It's what's being projected. Want to know what your vibration is today? Look honestly at your reality. It shows you exactly what is in your vibrational field. If there is chaos, there is internal disorder. If there is scarcity, there are limiting beliefs. If there is stagnation, there is fear, doubt, or a self-sabotaging image. And the reverse is true. When there is fluidity, lightness, and prosperity, it is a sign that your vibration is aligned with abundance and clarity. This is not about blaming yourself for what you have created so far. It is about waking up to your creative power. Reality is not against you. It is simply following the instructions you have been giving, often without even realizing it. The secret of those who seem to have absurd luck is that they have learned to live from the inside out. They understand that vibration comes before manifestation. There's no point in asking for something while feeling the opposite. Wishing for prosperity while vibrating fear is like asking for rain while holding a broken umbrella. Reality is an echo of your inner state, and the universe does not listen to what you say. It feels what you vibrate. Change begins when you stop asking externally and start adjusting your inner presence, your energy, your internal posture. This is not magic. It is vibrational physics. It responds with absolute precision to the frequency you emit. Most people who consider themselves unlucky are actually trapped in an invisible programming, a mental code installed without permission long before you knew how to say no. The cruelest part of this prison is that it operates silently. You do not see the bars, but you feel the limitations. You act, try, and strive, and yet nothing changes. It may seem like bad luck, but it is not. It is simply unconscious programming in action. According to Jacobo Grinberg, this prison is called perceptual imprisonment. It is the state in which an individual lives within a model of reality created by past experiences, emotional traumas, and cultural repetitions. In other words, the person believes they are seeing reality as it is when, in fact, they are seeing reality as they were taught to perceive it. This is what keeps so many people caught in cycles of stagnation, repeating patterns that no longer make sense, yet continue to occur as if by destiny. Your bad luck may not be luck at all. It might simply be vibrational coherence with what was programmed into you before you were even aware of it. Phrases like, money is hard, men are no good, happiness doesn't last, or I wasn't born for this are commands that embed themselves deeply in the mind and operate in the background, influencing choices, sabotaging decisions, and creating realities that confirm what you have absorbed as truth. But here is the key. Your mind wants to be right, even if that means continuing to suffer. If you believe that life is hard, your mind will look for and find ways to confirm that belief. It will ignore opportunities, sabotage good relationships, and attract recurring challenges, all to maintain consistency with your mental model. Not because you want to suffer, but because you were taught to see the world that way. The problem worsens when this programming becomes part of your identity. You do not just say, my life is hard, but I am this way. When something becomes part of your identity, it forms the basis of your vibrational frequency. The universe then responds not to what you desire, but to what you believe you are. That is why real change does not begin with a new action, but with a new perception. With the courage to look within and ask, what do I believe is keeping me here? Where did this idea come from? Is it truly mine, or was it imposed on me? Breaking free from unconscious programming is the first step toward letting luck, fluidity, and synchronicity operate in your life again. Deep down, you were never unlucky. You were just tuned into a reality that was not yours. The good news is that this tuning can be changed, and it all starts with the awareness that you're not your thoughts. You are the one who chooses what to continue believing. You do not live what you want. You live what you identify with. Perhaps this is the most neglected point by those seeking to change their lives. The question is not just what do you want, but what are you identifying with in the silence of your mind? Identification is the link between you and the reality that manifests. It determines your vibrational frequency, your stance in the world, and your internal limits. Have you ever deeply wanted something? Prosperity, love, success. But no matter how much you hoped for it, it just wouldn't come? That's not because you didn't want it badly enough. It's because your energy was saying something different. When you're identified with scarcity, when deep down you still believe, this isn't for me, you send that signal out into the field. And the universe, being the perfect mirror it is, doesn't respond to your desires. It responds to your vibration. From the moment you were born, you started picking up the frequency of your environment. Your parents' fears, your classmates' insecurities, the silent expectations and emotional limits of the people around you. You were shaped by comparisons, by judgment, by unspoken rules. And without even realizing it, you became someone you never chose to be. You began to see yourself through the lens of others, and slowly, you forgot. You forgot your vastness. You forgot that you were born unique, not meant to blend in or shrink down. You weren't meant to be a copy. This unconscious identification, this blending in with what's around you, is one of the most destructive forces there is, because it feels normal. It makes you believe it's okay to dream small, to stay quiet, to dim your light just to fit in. You end up saying things that don't reflect your truth. You move in circles that celebrate mediocrity, and your vibration gets watered down into something lukewarm, shallow, and safe. Jacobo Grinberg spoke of this. He warned that when the mind loses its connection to direct perception, when it stops seeing reality for itself, it becomes trapped in imposed patterns. You start living a life you never consciously chose. You may look awake on the outside, but inside, you're asleep, just going through the motions. Breaking free from this doesn't come without a cost. It means no longer resembling the people around you. It means letting go of the need to fit in. It might mean losing approval, relationships, comfort, but in exchange, you gain something far more valuable: yourself. The truth is, you only begin attracting the extraordinary when you stop settling for the ordinary. You access your divine flow not by doing more, but by daring to be who you really are, boldly, fully, unapologetically. And no, this doesn't require grinding harder or proving yourself to the world. It requires presence, stillness, a quiet, honest listening to the heartbeat of your soul, not the noise of the crowd. True luck begins when you stop performing and start aligning, even if that means being alone for a while. Because only in that silence, real, raw, uncomfortable silence, can you finally hear the voice of creation. So how do you break the cycle? Here's the first and most important step. Take full responsibility for your vibration. Stop waiting for a miracle. Stop hoping someone else will save you or some technique will flip the switch. As long as you place the power outside yourself, you keep reinforcing the exact frequency that's holding you back. Nothing will change until you become someone who matches the life you want. This isn't about being worthy. It's about being aligned. The universe doesn't reward or punish. It reflects. And when your vibration shifts, so does everything around you. Grinberg believed that your reality is shaped by the interaction of your personal field with the collective field. Your entire life experience flows from that energetic state. Change the state, and the world responds. But here's the key. You don't change your state through force. You change it through presence, awareness, and repeated conscious choice. Step 1. Silence. Get quiet. It's only in stillness that you begin to hear what's really going on beneath the surface. The beliefs running in the background, the emotions you've buried, the stories you've inherited. In silence, you reconnect with your original frequency. Step 2. Self-observation without judgment. Look at yourself not as flawed or broken, but as someone carrying unconscious patterns from your past. Don't blame yourself, but do take full authorship of what comes next. Every time you choose a new thought, a new emotional response, a new interpretation, you rewrite the code of your field. Yes, your old programming will resist. It will try to pull you back into the familiar. But every small shift matters. Every choice to see yourself differently is a crack in the old identity. Step 3. Live it now. This is the step most people skip. They wait to feel prosperous after the money arrives. They wait to feel confident after they succeed. But that's backward. Vibration comes first. You embody the feeling now, and then the world responds. You stop chasing and start attracting. You become it, and the universe adjusts. And finally, remember this. Liberation is not a lightning strike. It's not a single, dramatic moment where everything suddenly shifts. It's a process, a quiet, sacred unfolding that happens in the small decisions no one sees. Every time you choose presence over programming, every time you choose truth over comfort, you rise. You release one more thread of the old frequency, and you step a little deeper into the life that was always yours, the one waiting on the other side of your alignment. What's meant for you is not far. It's not hiding. It's already here in the field. But it only becomes visible when you become the version of you who can see it, hold it, and live it. So now that you understand this, that your external world is only ever a mirror of your internal frequency, it's time to act. But this action isn't about effort. It's not about pushing or hustling. It's an internal revolution. It's quiet, intentional, energetic. Starting today, pay attention. Watch the thoughts you rehearse, the emotions you nourish, the beliefs you keep defending, even if they hurt you. Because as long as your frequency remains tied to limitation, your reality will stay small, no matter how much you try to change it from the outside. So choose. Choose to wake up from the autopilot. Choose to see which patterns aren't even yours. Choose to break them. And when you feel resistance rise, because it will, remember, it's only your old self trying to survive. Let fall away. If this message stirred something inside you, subscribe to this channel. Here, we don't sell illusions. We awaken consciousness. And if you're ready to commit to your transformation, write this in the comments below. My vibration is my reality. This isn't just a comment. It's a declaration. A line in the sand from someone who's done waiting, done blaming, done hiding. Your new life doesn't begin when everything outside changes. It begins when you do, right now.